What's going on, everybody? My name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. We're back at it with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over my picks for the 10 cover songs that are better than the originals. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Alright, like I said, this is my list of my favorite cover songs that are better than the originals. We're going to disagree, and I have a feeling this is going to be a contentious list. So let's start with the first one, no particular order. This is The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. Now, David Draymond's voice make this super eerie. This was originally released by Simon and Garfunkel in 1964, and it was more of a upbeat, I guess, happy song. It's talking about like death and destruction, but it's too upbeat. It's way too fast. And I remember the first time that I heard this, it was watching a YouTube video and there was an ad, and I think either Gears 3 or Gears 4, I don't remember which one, and the slow piano was playing. I was like, this is weird, because there was a bunch of action. And I said, this sounds good. And then I heard David Draymond start singing, and I was like, whoa, that's amazing. Now, say what you want about Disturbed, they're a great band, but they're usually known for heavy metal and fast upbeat stuff, but then they take it down. They take a piano and they take an acoustic guitar, essentially, and maybe, I think, a cajon, maybe. But David Draymond's voice is just so good, and personally, I like this version better than the original. Moving on to our second choice, this is probably the most famous cover of them all, at least in my opinion, You Really Got Me by Van Halen. Now, Eddie Van Halen's guitar tone, it's incredible. It's amazing. You can't deny that. You can't deny that. Now, David Lee Roth's voice is spectacular, as always. This was originally released by the Kinks in 1964. Now, a little bit of a backstory. If I remember my history correct, I think that the guitar player for the Kinks, he got that tone, I think, because he hit his amp with the microphone and it was left a gaping hole, and it caused a little bit of distortion. Now, there are some speculations on if this was the first distorted song or not, but this was one of the first. And it is a great song. I love the Kinks. The Kinks has a great song, but I have to give it to Van Halen. Like I said, just Eddie Van Halen alone, and then we have David Lee Roth, and then we have Alex Van Halen, and we have the culmination, and it's just such a great song, and it brings the little rock and roll song into the metal scene. Number 3, we have a controversial one that especially a lot of metalheads aren't going to agree with, but this is my list, so if you have a different opinion, let me know in the comment section below. But this is Zombie by Bad Wolves. Now, this song was originally released by the legendary Cranberries in 1993. What up? The year I was born. Yo, what up? But I like this version better. The original starts with a guitar and some other stuff. It's definitely 90s. But this version starts with a piano. And the story behind this is Bad Wolves, they were talking with Dolores, who's the singer for Cranberries, to reprise her role, I guess, to do a cover, to a tribute of this song. Unfortunately, she passed away before they could finish recording. And so they made the decision to make the tribute anyways and give the money to her family, which I think is pretty awesome. Now, Doc Coyle's voice is really nice. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very nice sounding, especially with Chris Kane's guitar work. Man, and those two alone, and the breakdowns and the solo, and even with the choruses, and even in drop C, it creates this classic rock, well, not classic rock, but this 90s rock song into the metal scene, the modern metal scene, and I really like that a lot. Number 4 down my list is Holy Diver by Killswitch Engage. Now, this was originally released in 1983 by Ronnie James Dio, and he is one of the greatest frontmen of all time. There's no denying that. Vivian Campbell's guitar work on that is spectacular. However, I have to give it to Killswitch Engage's version. I like this version a lot better, especially the live version. The live version is even more crazy. Howard Jones' voice, he just has such a unique voice that is so great and just so warm. Like, it makes you feel, ooh, like it makes you feel really good. I'm going to mispronounce these names, and so I'm so sorry. Adam Dukiewicz And Joel Strotzel's dual guitars make this song incredible. I love the solo. I love the live version because they do all sorts of pinch harmonics and whammies, and it's just amazing. Both great songs, but I have to give this to Killswitch Engage. Moving down my list, we have Turn the Page by Metallica. Now I know there are some purists that say, oh, Bob Seger did it better. Oh, it's Metallica. Oh, Lars can't play drums. Let's just forget about the memes. For me, this is a better song. One, we have Kirk Hammett. We have James Hetfield. We have Lars, and he's okay in this. And then we also have Cliff. Now, this was originally released in 1973 by Bob Seger. It's a good song, but it feels empty to me. It feels like, okay, what's left? But James Hetfield's voice is amazing. Their dual guitar tones are incredible. The bass and the drums, they are really good. And that's why I just like this version better. And I love Metallica. So, is what it is. Next on my list is Smoking in the Boys' Room by Motley Crue. Now, while doing research for this video, I actually thought that Aerosmith did the song first, because Aerosmith covered this song. I found out that it's actually from 1973 by the band Brownsville Station, who I never heard of. So there's actually a couple down the list that I never knew they didn't create it. But we have Mick Mars, we have Vince Neil, we have Tommy Lee, and we have Nikki Sixx. They brought this classic rock song into the metal scene. Now I know, please don't burn me at the stake. I know that they're hair metal, but at the time they were still metal, and they're in a genre of metal. Love what Mick Mars does with his guitar, with a lot of the pinch harmonics and the squealing. Vince Neil's voice is, Vince Neil, so it's amazing. Tommy Lee on the drums, man, that's one of the best drummers ever. And then Nikki Sixx, a great bass player. It just brings this little classic rock, like I said, song into the metal scene. Moving down on my list is Come On Feel the Noise by Quiet Riot. Now, I've learned a lot of things about this song. Originally, I thought that Randy Rhoads was a guitar player. He wasn't at this time. I thought that Quiet Riot wrote this song. They did not. It was actually released in 1973 by a band called Slade. And I didn't even know that till this morning. I watched the music video and, oh boy, you definitely tell it was the 70s. I didn't really care for it as much. I do like what Quiet Riot did with this song. Now, like I said, Randy Rhoads was not the guitar player because this released in 1983, a year after Randy Rhoads had unfortunately passed away. The guitarist was Carlos Cavazo. And it's such a great iconic song, and the guitar work is great. Everything is great. But I also like the fact that during the breakdown, like down, 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 down. In the original, they just kept playing. But in this song, they add the really nice soul, and it's a nice little touch. All right, moving down the list to number 8, we have Apologize by Silverstein. Arguably the most famous Punk Goes Pop song. Also, this is the song that got me into Silverstein and Punk Goes Pop. Now, this was originally released in 2007 by Timbaland featuring One Republic, and it's okay, but you can't deny that Silverstein's version is better. It starts with a guitar playing the E minor, C, G, D, and it just sounds really good. Silverstein's one of my favorite bands. They're so great, and I love this cover. Moving from one Punk Goes Pop song to another, we have Stitches by State Champs. Now, yes, I said another Punk Goes Pop song. Maybe I'll do a top 10 Punk Goes Pop songs in the future. If you like that, let me know in the comment section below, or maybe hit that like button. This is just so much better. It's so much better. I love when they start. I felt like I've been hit before. They just start with the guitar, and it's such a great overdriven, distorted tone, and it's just so chunky, and I love it so much. And I listened to the original. Man, it's still good, but it's not great. But this version, if you haven't heard this version, check it out. I think it's Punk Goes Pop 2, if I remember correctly, or whatever the Purple album is. I know it's the Purple album, so I could be completely wrong. We made it this far. We made it to the end of the list. This is Knocking on Heaven's Door by Guns N' Roses. This song was originally released in 1973 by Bob Dylan, but it was covered by Guns N' Roses in 1988. Now, I know what you're going to say. Chris, this song technically came out in 1987. Yes, but the album did not come out until 1988. So it depends on your viewpoint. But we have Slash and Izzy's guitar tones, the dual guitars, which, I mean, that's one of the greatest combinations ever. We have Duff on the bass, and he's crazy. He's really good. And then we have Adler's drum in the background, and it just creates such a great environment. And then we also have Axl Rose's voice, which was definitely prime in this year, 1988, 1987. And it's just such a great song. I love this. I love the orchestral pieces that they add into this. And it just makes this song better, in my opinion, than Bob Seger's. So there we have it. Those are my picks for the 10 cover songs that are better than the originals, in my opinion. Now, I know that not everyone's going to agree with this list. But if you did, let me know in the comment section below. Or maybe if you would change something out. This wasn't like a top 10, but these were 10 cover songs. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to have a conversation about why I'm right or wrong, or your opinions, let me know. We can have a civil conversation. Please share this video with friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to follow me on social platforms, they're right there. If you'd like to subscribe, there's a little red button in the corner right there. If you want to see more videos, hit this video right here, or maybe this playlist. Above all, remember, rock on.